Hello and welcome to Woodland Inspired. Today I'm going to share a die cut. It's actually a Bigz die. It's been discontinued, but you can get other brands that are in the thinlet style. But this I call the Rolodex. This is by Sizzix. It's their clear. I really love this die. They call it card, telephone, and address. I have an order for these, and what I love about this die is that you can cut thick chipboard or fabric and all kinds of things with this. So it's sad that it's discontinued, but you might be able to do a search on eBay or Etsy or Facebook Market, and in eBay, if you were doing eBay, you could just do a search save, so if one became available, it would notify you through your email. That's how I found this. It took a while, but I love it. My order is for music paper, and because my music paper is so thin, I had to glue it to a thin cardstock so that it would be, otherwise just the paper alone. And in my listing, I label that if the cardstock that I'm die cutting out, whether it be Christmas or I forget all the other ones that I offer, that it will be glued to a white piece of cardstock, just so that, you have some stability there. Excuse me. So once a week, I want to feature a die. I'm going to start doing that. It'll be 101 die cutting, and now I have a 101 stamping. And it's probably going to be, for the most part, things that I am working on. Orders for my Etsy shop. And this die does not come like this with this purple tape on there. This is something, if you've seen my other videos, that I do to help me mass make. I put the purple tape on there, I run it through, and then pull off the cut part. Then I take a square that's a little bit bigger than my actual die. Let me find one here that I cut out that's just plain. Here. So see, I would just lay this down, and I know to put the wording down into the top because that's how it will be oriented. But yeah, see, I'm not wasting a whole lot, so I know when I'm making these to die cut them a certain size. I think I have it written on the front. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 3 is what the size square that I die cut out. So then I put that on there. I centered it best I could. Looks pretty good. And then I took a Sharpie and drew around. I cut it out of I think it was a pizza box. Yeah, this was my template. I just took a pizza box and cut that 4 1/4 by 3, and then I squared it up and then just drew around. So now every time when I'm die cutting, and I do this for all of my dies, I just want to make sure my wording is upward, so then I can just lay it in here. Sorry, it's early morning for me. And then I put a piece of washi tape on there just so it doesn't slide. And then this is kind of cool too if you get some that have like wording. Like this one here has this extra piece on there, and I did that on purpose. I'll show you my book here. This one here has the little hole so that you could pop that out. That's kind of cool if it gets stuck in there. But there it is. That's for the music. And I'll show you why I left this little piece on. I did it for this one because this is the book that I took the music paper out of. I picked this up in my travels. I've already taken the spirals out so that it's easy to get the pages out, because I love this little strip for saving, for gluing on things. So see, when I cut it out, 4 1/4 was perfect in it. I didn't want to cut that off. I just left that on because, let me grab one that's already like that. So then you have that little piece. This could be glued on a page, and you would have that little extra piece to either put ribbon in, or a piece of string, or nothing at all, just whatever you put it on. Let me go a piece of paper. Just trying to give you options. So see, when you put it on here like this, it kind of would be kind of like a focal point, and then you could still see whatever's, whoops, underneath here. So I would probably do something a little bit more muted. Here we go. This is what I would do. Something of interest, like a bird, and then cut around that. So see, and then I probably would put something in there, maybe some string, or you know, something. I have a lot of crochet thread, or you could use embroidery floss, yeah, all kinds of things. But look how cute that is. And you could just glue this down. I might even try to sew on that. But yeah, that would make a nice little pocket or card or something. And I do sell in my shop now paper scraps, and you do get stuff like this. All my scrap dies and stuff, I save them in a big bin. Actually, I have an order to fill now. You get 8 ounces. I can't remember what I have it listed for, but it's very reasonable, and you get a lot of really cool scraps and the negatives to my dies. And I do a lot of die cutting. Even like, this is a book page too, you know, something like that. Pieces or collage or whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm working on today, is cutting these out. It's for some type of troop, and they ordered 60 of them, so I have 60 of them to die cut out. And I lost my little piece of, it's probably on me, of all right, I lost my little piece of washi tape. Okay, it'll show up probably on me, but that's okay. All right, so I have those to cut out. I don't want to bore you with cutting out, you know, 60 of those, but I wanted to show you. I also have them available in my shop, and it's under Christmas. I think I have it listed Christmas everything now. I've been trying to separate stuff that's cut out of Christmas paper into its own category. Because I had a lot of people messaging me, I don't know how to find this or that. Don't you offer it in holiday or whatever? So I just decided to, anything that's cut out of Christmas paper, to put it in that category. And because Christmas paper can be a little bit more expensive, the price would be a little bit more. So, but these are some of the ones that I already have cut out that I can grab. Look how cute these are. If the paper is, you know, substantial, then I'll just cut it out. I won't glue it to anything. But if it's real thin, I will. These are really, this one, oh no, that was two. But yeah, look how cute these are. Even these could be turned into pockets or, you know, just a little tuck spot. But these are some of the ones I already have cut out from last season. So yeah, these are already in my shop. And then, and I just have them in these little cases labeled, ready to go. And these are my plain. These here, I usually pull from here to give us a sample. These are basically for my samples. I don't, if I make an order, I make it right from scratch on the plain paper, because what I've noticed, and I mean, I use the recollection paper from Michael's. Sometimes like different packs can have a different color variation. So I try to keep the order with that same pack of paper, if that makes sense. So these are all ones I grab, like if I'm doing an order and I want to give them a sample of these just to show, and if it's a color that, like say they ordered all pink stuff, I'll give them a pink one or whatever. But yeah, these are ones that I cut out. Excuse me for that. So there's that. Let's see, what else? So I'm just going to cut a few of these out. So this really helps me line this up, and I know that that's top. So some of these have wording on them, some of them don't, which makes them easy to, I'll have to get another piece of tape. Oopsie. This is just so that it doesn't slide on me. And I can cut more than one at a time with this die. You can cut several, but because this is for an order and because it has writing on it, I don't want it to slide and be crooked, so I'm not going to take that chance. I'm just going to do one at a time. And the setup on your Sizzix, see, I love that, is you can use the smaller plate, a smaller plate like this here. You can use two of these, which is okay. I like the longer one on the bottom. This would be extended. Excuse me, because it gives me more space to set up. And then it's just a cutting plate on the bottom. Then it's your Bigz die face up. And then I just making sure my wording is good. Just put this in. And basically what I did was glued the music paper to cardstock and then put that underneath the heavy book and let that dry overnight before I die cut it out. Because if you try to die cut it while it's wet, it's going to kind of get distorted in this area here. You're not going to get a crisp, clean finish like this. Like this is really nice. So I'm just going to do that. And then just put this on top. And I think it did slide on me a little bit. My tape is not as sticky as it should be. Really not. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I want my wording to be straight. And then just run it through with that on top, and that's it. I could cut a piece of fabric and show you what that looks like. This doesn't always come out. It did there, it popped out, but all you gotta do is push it through the hole there. There's a few dies like that. Let me grab a piece of fabric and cut that. Okay, this is a piece of quilt that I cut up. It was actually a large king size quilt that I had on my bed, and I cut that up. I don't use it anymore. So probably what I would do is just pick an area. I'll probably just go like this. Let me grab my fabric scissors. And I'll cut it a little bit larger. We're just going to see. I've never tried this. I've tried other fabrics, but not a quilted piece, so just going to find out together. Okay, so I kind of want the flowers at the top, so just think about that when you're cutting it out, what it's going to look like. So I'm going to do that. And I might run it through twice just to be sure, but these dies, the big dies, are really sharp, so here we go. I think it did it the first time, but maybe I'll do another one. You might have to trim a few pieces here or there. Yeah, see? That's so cool. Oh, I love that. Okay. Let me get a small. Yeah, so you just need to trim. It's pretty thick. So yeah, just all you have to do is trim. Maybe if I put a piece of cardboard shim on top. Let me try that with the next one. Look how cute that is. Yeah. So if I had a thin, whoops, here I am. Excuse me. If I had a thin piece of fabric that would cut through like butter, no problem. I mean, it did a really good job on here. I could sew this on a just a plain card here, and then you have fabric, little fabric cards, Rolodex cards. I love that. That might be a thing. Excuse me. Then you got this cool little thing too. Well, it won't work on there, but there you go. I'm thinking I lost my washi tape on something. All right, so that's that. That's really cool. I love that. Yeah. All right. Okay, let me try one with a shim and see if it cuts all the way through. So this is my template, and that's what I would do, is just make a template. You can draw around it if you want. Just trying to think. I got a pencil here. Do I want that little piece? Yeah, let's do that. Just kind of rough. I can see it. These are my fabric scissors, but I ruined them because I was cutting fabric and it had a pin in it and I forced it. So now I got a gimper somewhere in here, but they're still good. Yeah, they're still sharp. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to put a cardboard shim in there. So I'm going to put this on. Wait a minute, I want to see what I want on top. A little flower at the top. And then I'm going to grab something for a shim. Okay. Can't really see. Yeah, cut all the way through, but I'm going to fold this and it'll go. Okay. Yeah, see, I didn't have to cut it at all. And this is with the thick, it's got batting in there and everything. It's pretty thick. I mean, I washed it, this quilt, and ironed it. So, yeah. And I just cut it into 12 by 12, I think, squares. So, let me try a piece of duck cloth. How about duck cloth? That might work. Might need a bigger space for this, but I'm gonna try. This is my duck cloth. I usually buy it in a few yards at a time. And I've had this for quite a while. This is, I don't know if this is the beige or cream color. I'm not really sure, but I use it for, I used to use it for my embroidery machine for doing samples because they come out really nice on there. So I'm just gonna draw a line. Cut on the other side of that line. All right, let me get rid of this because it's pretty heavy. Okay. We're getting to see what this baby can do today. So see, I can kind of see where to line that up, and it doesn't really matter because it doesn't have a pattern on there. I'm going to try it without the shim. I think it's going to be okay. Just going through twice for safe measure. And it did a really good job, yeah. Because fabric has little fibers, you're always going to have to maybe trim a little something, which is not bad at all. So that's really cool. Not only do you have that negative piece, that'll go in my scrap bin for my paper and fabric scraps. Excuse me. Now, the only thing about duck cloth is if you're going to use it, you either want to back it with something before you cut it out, because it will fray everywhere. Or as soon as you cut it out, glue it down on something. Yeah, but I would glue it to something first, like a thin piece of maybe paper or whatever. Yeah, but that's cool. I love that. That's duck cloth. So that's really cool. This that's why I love the Bigz dye. I really like them. They stopped making them, but you know, I think they're really cool. I think they stopped making them. I'm not really sure. I see them with like I think the long ones, extended ones. I've seen them, but yeah, I love this type here. Really cool. So that's what that die can do. I'm sure there's a lot more. Just trying to think, was there anything else? Nope. That was the size 3 by 4 1/4. So I don't know what the size is cut out. The finished. But it is in my listing. It's about 4 by a little over 2.5. So yeah, that's a pretty good size. And then these, I would just package these up when they get mailed to you. I always put a piece of poster board that's a little bit bigger than this on the back side for stability, and then I always put like a belly band with a flower or something on the belly band, and then gift wrap them. So, but yeah, that's it. So that's my die cut share for today. The Sizzix clear card telephone address die. So really cool, really cool. I actually surprised myself with the fabric. So I might have to pull out all my fabric scraps and make some of these and put them in my shop. So if you're interested, leave me a comment and it might be something I'll work on, because I have a lot of smaller scraps that are about that size, so that would look really cool. Okay, I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day, because it is early for me. Just got up, and I'll be doing another video. Take care. Bye.